So being that it's so close to Christmas, I gotta say that Christmas Carol is one of my all-time favorite Christmas stories. And before I walked into this movie, I really wish the ghost of Christmas Future would have come back and warned me not to see this movie. And with that, I'm working with to another episode of The Road Mentor, where my goal, as always, is to enhance your movie watching experience. So Office Christmas Party. Who doesn't love a good Christmas party? And nothing says Christmas like, flashing women, drugs, alcohol, and whatnot. Hey, I know I do. But unfortunately, not in the form of this movie. Now, I was really disappointed with what I saw here. I was kind of looking forward to it, mainly because it has a really great and talented cast. TJ Miller, who we just saw earlier this year in Deadpool, I thought it was great. Jason Bateman, who's always good. Jennifer Aniston, surprisingly, does have a lot of comedic chops. You have Kate McKinnon, of course, for SNL fame, and Olivia Munn, because I guess you gotta have a hot chick that can act. Now, despite this cast, this movie is really not what I hoped it would be. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not horrendous, not the worst thing I've seen by the end of the day, but it's not a movie that I would have been happy paying to go watch. Now, of course, Office Christmas Party is a movie about Xenotex, a company run by TJ Miller and Jason Bateman. They're kind of on the rocks, and the CEO has threatened them to shut down the branch if they don't perform better or close down a potential deal that they have lined up. So Miller and Bateman, of course, try to rally the troops together. They personally try to close a deal that's going to bring them a huge contract. Now, the guy who they're trying to see is not really buying what they're selling, so they decide to kind of give them an on-tour site of their office, of course, in the middle of the Christmas party, to try to impress this guy and hopefully get a contract that's going to save the company. And yes, this premise is idiotic. It's dumb, but at the end of the day, I don't even care about that. I didn't expect much going into this movie in terms of plot, and I just wanted this movie to be funny and hilarious. And seeing the trailer looked like it had a lot of potential, particularly with this cast. There's a huge talent here, and it was kind of a letdown. Again, I laughed here and there. There was some funny moments, don't get me wrong, sprinkled throughout the movie, and there was actually one or two scenes where I laughed out loud. But it's just so far and few in between, and I expect more out of something like this. I expect more out of this cast, and I wanted more out of this Christmas holiday movie, and I just didn't get it. It's very right below average at best. There was a lot of times where I just wasn't laughing that much at all, and it was kind of a letdown. At the end of the day, I was kind of just really wanted to get out of there. It was a little bit over long, and don't get me wrong, it is an absurd premise, and I'm fine with that. And it really tried to be over the top, but it just didn't work. There are some good parts of it, and not Olivia Munn, she's still horrible. She had one good joke in it, and I'll give her that much. But Jennifer Aniston, she played the bitchy CEO, and she was good for what she did. TJ Miller had a few good lines, as did Bateman. McKinnon, this is the second time I see her. She just came off Ghostbusters, where I thought she was a little bit cartoony and over the top. Same thing here. She has some decent moments, but again, it wasn't consistent. That's the problem with this movie. Just didn't get the consistent laughs you want to see out of something like this. Ultimately, at the end of the day, do I recommend it? Not really. I saw it for free, and I kind of wanted that free back. If you want to watch it on video when it comes to home video, of course, fine, I guess. But I can't really recommend you guys go pay and watch this movie. There's really too many good movies coming out, and this would have been great. This would have been really good counter programming to all the Oscar movies that are being released. But it just didn't hit home at all. And this is the second comedy released this season, Christmas season, which I didn't find hit the mark. Obviously, we have Bad Santa 2, now this one. So fortunate, disappointed. I wouldn't recommend it at all. Buyer beware if you go watch this movie. But if you do, comment below. Let me know if I'm nuts. If you guys think it was hilarious, fine. So be it. Good for you guys. And of course, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.